What's up, rollies?
It's the Ben's fam,
and we are back with another video. Alright, y'all, before we get into the video,
make sure you
hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on.
Yes.
We got giveaways coming up soon, but you gotta be notification gang. So it would suck for you to be the one we pick and you don't have your notifications on. Turn them on. Hit that like button. If y'all have any questions regarding this topic that you want to know, ask them in the comments and we will answer them.
So let's get into the video.
Okay. We've had a lot of people ask, like,
I ain't got no time to waste, y'all. What
were y'all like before y'all was together? So yeah, baby ain't even got time to introduce the video, but look at these little cute little snacks that she made us. They healthy.
We've had these for like 20 minutes waiting to film this video.
She ain't got time to play. When I tell you baby don't play with her food, baby don't play with her food. The neighbor would want to cut his grass right now, so I hope that y'all can hear us okay. It looks like they're almost done though.
See, she's asleep and we have to take advantage of when our child goes to sleep,
because if not, there will be no video. Look, I had to watch my back to see if she wasn't standing there like this. What you saying about me?
You talking about me?
Anyway, people want to know, how was I before I was in a relationship with Whitney? How was Whitney before she was in a relationship with me? How was all that? How was that life? What was that life about? So this is what it's about, y'all. Roll with us. So are you gonna tell about how I was, or am I gonna tell about how you are? We're gonna tell about how ourselves are.
We gotta talk about ourselves because I don't know how you was.
I know how you was, girl. Want me to tell?
You don't.
You want me to tell?
You don't.
Baby was a dot.
She's got her assumptions. You don't know how
Baby was a dot. You know that song? What's that song Money Miles and Cyrus be singing? Where they thought it was dot.
Raindrop. Raindrop. Drop top. Something on your girl, she thought a dot.
They was in the back grooving like that was the real song.
Dot.
So me, I was usually tied down in a relationship, being faithful.
She was usually tied down in a relationship, but she wasn't faithful.
How are you gonna come bust in when you just said that people didn't know people? But you knew me, yeah.
Because you always act like you wasn't in a relationship, and you was.
When?
You had 3 serious relationships. You'd be like, yeah, I wasn't really the relationship type. Yes, you were. You had 3 serious relationships before you met me.
I'm 30 years old.
You
35.
Were 30. You were 30.
I'm 35. 3 relationships in 35 years.
Really, 4.
Ain't
really. You count your high school relationship.
Nah, it ain't. Why are you all up in my life? Because I could have swore I just asked you which story we wanted to tell. And then now you all up in my life, like telling me what I... Yeah, stay in your lane before we get on you.
Okay.
Yeah, look. Yeah. Anyway, no, I was more of a situationship type of person. I did have a couple of relationships though. I'm not acting like I didn't. In 35 years, 3 relationships.
30 years, and it was 4.
Look at her all up in my... Damn. Like, damn, can I tell my story or not? How about you start?
You don't need to tell a real story though.
I am. Okay, let's let you tell it.
Because there were your situationships, but you had real relationships. And I need you to quit discounting your actual relationships for your situationships, because they were very different. You had real relationships with people that spanned periods of time up to like 5 years. You cannot call that something other than what it is.
Wow.
Facts.
We're gonna get right on
okay,
your
in the
facts.
comments, go on ahead and write hashtag facts.
I'm gonna get right on. Wait till we touch on you.
I know you never loved
factual.
like.
We're gonna get real factual.
No, we not.
We are. So I'm glad I let you leave. I'm glad I let you leave. So
go ahead. I'm gonna mind my business.
No, it's over.
I know, but like I'm gonna let you tell your story.
No, that part you've done told me story.
I just need you to. So, but this isn't even, relationships don't define you. So who were you before me?
Don't try to look her trying to like throw a little twist on it, so I don't go ahead and go in on her with her story.
Okay. Go in on me anyway. What would you say your outlook on love and marriage was before me?
Good thing I got a big old bite in my mouth.
Plenty of time to think about your lie.
No, I always thought that. I wouldn't say I always thought I would be married. Ooh, look at that hand. But I knew I would have kids.
Okay.
So I don't know. I never really thought about like marriage like that. I knew I would have kids though.
Okay.
One way or another. What about you?
At one point, I had believed in marriage, but that pretty quickly went away once I had my heart broke one good time. And then I just kind of felt like it was just like a false premise. Like, people just got married just to act like they owned each other and stuff. Like, I just didn't really believe that anybody was ever going to really be like 100% yours or like 100% open and honest. I didn't see myself being married like that.
No. Baby was,
but I knew I wanted one more child.
Baby was gonna marry for money. Did I say that? Oh, sorry, girl. My bad. My bad, baby. My bad. Even forgot that part, huh? I'm gonna leave that part out. Okay.
I did think that at one point, that if I got married it would be for money, because I felt like it was a waste of my time to marry for love when people in my life I just felt like nobody really loved you like that. Like, people just wasn't really loving each other like that.
Trust issues?
Like, serious trust issues. Yeah. And I was going to marry for money, but I was also going to be okay with whatever that person decided to be doing on the side, because it's like...
Pause. Do you think anyone is going to marry you that has a whole bunch of money?
I wasn't going to tell him I was marrying for money.
I know. But you think you're going to marry some rich ass person and be like, you know what? You do whatever you want to do, but I really love you and I want to be in this marriage.
Well, you don't have to tell them to do whatever they want to do, because they're going to do it anyway. And then you just don't talk shit about it. You just allow people to do whatever they're doing.
I was even going to be a dumbass wife.
Well, because you could be with a broke person and they're going to do whatever they wanted to do. So that's how I looked at that. Was like, so you could be with a loser and he won't dog you, do whatever he wants to do. Or you can be with somebody who has some money and they're going to do the same thing. So, like, it was a very damaged idea set, but it was kind of like the idea set of like, do you want to be crying in the Honda or in the Benz? So it was wrong, and I was young, but like, I feel very blessed to have found what I found with you, but I don't necessarily think that everybody in their lifetime is going to find what
I want to go back and get a prenup.
You're so stupid.
I know that baby didn't marry me for any other reasons, because she didn't even want to marry me. So it wasn't even like there was a motive behind it, because it wasn't.
I'm definitely married for love.
Did you used to be faithful in your situationships or your booty calls?
No, there's no such thing as being faithful in your booty calls. I didn't really have relationships because I didn't believe in them.
So they were just like late night creeps?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true. I didn't really have. I had one relationship, and then after that I was like, yeah, relationships are pointless. I don't need to be in one. It was It was. I gotta keep it real, right? I gotta tell my truth if I'm gonna tell yours.
Way to be, baby. So I was faithful in my relationship, but in my situationship, you didn't really have to be faithful.
What relationship are you talking about?
Any of my relationships.
I thought you guys had like more than like you guys had mutual understandings.
That's what I'm saying.
So then that's why you were faithful?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess, yeah, if the other person knows about it and they're accepting of it, then it's faithful? Or is it just kind of bordering on open?
Are you back in my lane again? I'm just wondering if you're telling my story again.
My bad.
No. Now, when me and Whitney talk about it, like, thinking about, like, sneaking around and, like, texting people and meeting up with people right now, like, I don't got the energy for it. I'd be a very terrible cheat around, sneak around person right now. What about you?
Yeah, I would be terrible at it.
But I think when you're younger, you just don't really know no better. And that's like fun.
It's fun, and then
Yeah.
if somebody's doing it to you, it's like this game of like, well, they doing whatever they want to do, so what do I look like passing up on something that could maybe be better? And then there's like this always this idea of like, this person could be better, there might be better out there, let me keep my options open.
But see, me, I was more of like the cutoff. Like, I was gonna do whatever I wanted to do, but they better not do nothing. I ain't fucking with them anymore.
You know what, one thing I will say though, and I'm not proud of this, and I used to think Ashley was gonna do it to me because karma owes me, was I was a ghoster. I would ghost people. I would be talking to somebody and we'd be talking for like 5-6 months, and then I'll just block them and never answer the phone again. And I did that to a lot of people, and that was very wrong of me, very immature of me. And there's probably a lot of people who were like, what did I do? Because they didn't do nothing. I was just over it.
You know, when you dot, you gotta keep your options open.
Shut up. How would you say your social life has changed from then to now?
What's social life? What's that?
You still have one. Kinda. More than I got. I never had one.
My social life, honestly, died. Not because of like her or
True,
but
because she called me a ... but she was in the club Friday, Saturday, state to state, in the club, looking for me supposedly.
I was.
So what was you really looking for in all those clubs?
Two candidates.
Talking about I'm a ...
I wasn't a ... I was a
Dip.
I was like a promoter. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
But so
because you was out, huh?
I was out, I was traveling, I was single, I had no kids, I was single, and I was doing my thing, and I was getting money, and I was just everywhere, and I was just doing whatever. But I think that's kind of what made me appreciate like the changes that I had to make this relationship work, because I knew firsthand keeping that going on, and all of the traveling and the clubbing and the popping bottles and the getting tables here and the going out to this concert festival, ain't nobody gonna be waiting like that. I mean, there's a lot of girls that will wait. They'll just wait while you live your whole life. They gonna wait till you come back. When your life is over, and then you go back to them and they can start theirs. Don't be that girl. Don't. Because if people don't talk to you, people don't respond to you, people don't give you attention or time, I hate to be the one to tell you, but they don't care. You gotta pay attention to the signs. People give you signs all the time, and sometimes you don't
really care. They make changes, and you don't ever have to ask them to make changes. You don't have to force them to make changes.
You can let them know.
You might have to mention it or something like that, which is just being an adult and communicating. But like, you ain't gotta beg nobody to make no changes to keep you. You don't have to beg nobody to make no time to respond. That was one thing with me and baby, is like we responded to each other. Yeah, somebody wants to mess with you, they're going to respond to you in a timely manner, and they are going to make you a priority, and that means going out with you instead of their friends, or inviting you to go with them and their friends and stuff. Like, you never have to beg for attention. I think that taught me a lot as far as like appreciating the situation. Now, I do have a social life still, but it's just not as, it's not my focus, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's true.
Like going out all the time, I could go out any night. Baby don't care. I want her to come with me. She don't want to go. So I could, but in all reality, I'd rather stay at home with my family, which is weird. So
that's not weird.
It's weird to me.
Yeah.
Because I've never done it.
Yeah. I never really had that much of a social life. I'm a loner. And I have been ever since I was a child.
I was everything but a loner. If I was going to be a loner, I would fly somebody out to go make sure I wasn't going to be a loner. For real.
I've always been a loner. I've always played by myself. I've never really had lasting friendships. But that's because I think I got some attachment issues. But we'll talk about that another day. Never really had any lasting friendships. And so I would go out with my sister and stuff, but that would be dependent upon whether or not she was single or in a relationship. So my social life was pretty dead. That's how come she couldn't find me. Because she was looking for me in the club. I wasn't at the club. I had a baby young. I was 19 when I had Sai. And so that pumped the brakes.
Yeah, I met her at a festival in June and didn't see her out. I was in town for a couple of months and I went to the club looking for her every Saturday. Until what month was it?
October.
Yeah, until October. Yeah.
That you finally found me.
Yeah, then I found her in the club. I think she'd been mine ever since that day. To be real with you, she ain't gonna admit it, but
I don't deny it.
You be denying it to me. At least you can tell the world the truth. But how would you say your communication used to be?
Terrible. I used to just ghost people. That was how I communicated.
I was really mean to people.
Yeah,
I communicated very freely, but mean.
I did too.
So yeah, I shouldn't have talked to people like that.
Yeah, me too. That was that sad shit. For me, that was that sad shit.
I think that was that Scorpio stuff, but I ain't gonna blame nobody.
Well, I'm not blaming nobody, but I'm very blunt. And I used to be very heartless, and I used to feel like people didn't really have no feelings because I didn't really feel like I had any. And so I was just letting people have it. And then the few people that I did ghost, it was because they didn't deserve to get it how the only way I knew how to communicate. And so I was like, yeah, it's probably better that I don't communicate it at all than crush somebody's whole shit. So I chose not to communicate, but baby has taught me a lot, and I've gotten older about how to communicate and like how to say things and like how not to be so cruel with the way and like with what I say. And so I've learned to communicate, and you know, baby's not no punk, so she can handle it. When I get real, I can handle it, and I can handle it when she gets real. So that's worked out for us.
Yeah, we do notice. We've noticed over the years that we have a real sarcastic way of playing with each other,
and we're gonna stop.
We're trying to work on that because like we get that it's a joke and we're being sarcastic, but your kids start to see that and then they form that type of like way of communicating, even though we're joking. Like they might not,
but we're joking.
Yeah, it's just not nice.
It's just not nice. Yeah,
we can play nice. I mean, we get each other's sense of humor.
Yeah, and we think it's funny. Like we genuinely think it's funny, but it's just probably not. We don't want our kids to feel like that's what a relationship is supposed to look like.
Yeah, like kind of when I'm like, why you do that, Lil?
Yeah,
I don't say that.
You get kind of close. I just called you hoe last night, remember? What'd I tell you? Yeah.
Go ho.
Go ho. Yeah. So, you know, we be playing with each other and stuff, or we be like, oh, bitch! Or like, you know, saying the same things like that. But we in no way want Messiah to grow up talking to his spouse like that. We don't want Cece growing up talking to her spouse like that.
Or letting somebody talk to her.
Or letting someone talk to them like that.
But I mean, it's not like it's like so like we're in here yelling at each other. It's just it's not an appropriate way to joke around your kids. And then we've talked too that we want to like those funny haha jokes. Like you could better be uplifting your partner than even playing like that. Like there's a lot of things, the other positive, nice, uplifting words that we could choose to use with each other. So. But sometimes we just get in that.
That's the problem, is we even be playing about that. So like, instead of like me being like, oh, you look so nice today, baby, I'll be like, okay, the zaddy vibes coming down, the zaddy vibes. And like, it's, I don't know, do you feel like that's a compliment when I do that? Like, do you get that I'm complimenting you? Okay.
Yeah, because you don't know how her old compliments would. Well, in the beginning, her compliments was straight player, you know. That was a different compliment. But then as time went on, she got a little comfortable. Be like, you look kind of cute.
Well, and baby just completely quit complimenting me because she's like, I'm not trying to blow your head up and you're too conceited anyway, so I'm not going to compliment you at all.
Well, cause I used to compliment her, but like she'd come out, we'd be ready to go somewhere, and she'd come out the bathroom like, "Ooh, girl, I look good," and it's like, okay, yeah, what I was just gonna say. You took the words right out of my mouth. So I've always complimented you. I've always complimented you from the day I met you. I complimented you a lot. So,
well, and I appreciate compliments more now. I think
you gotta take the motherfuckers back and get them appreciated.
No, that's not true.
All right, y'all. So it's kind of hard to evaluate your own past compared to it, because it's like I don't know what y'all want to know. So if y'all have questions that you want to know about how we were before we were together, or then versus now, whatever, drop your questions. We'll do a part 2. We'll answer those for you.
Make sure that you subscribe, turn that notification button on, ding ding ding. Go ahead and comment below if you have any questions that you want us to answer, if you want us to do a part 2, and then give this video a little like. Get your hand off the and give this video a little like, and we love y'all.
Like I said, holla.